everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how you can make your own gouache watercolor from pigments. For this you will need a few items. The pigment. Here I have Lapis Lazuli Fra Angelico. This is the purest shade of Lapis Lazuli. Next I'm using a binder, which I have Demiro Gum Arabic. This gum Arabic already has been adjusted to give you the best flow. And lastly, calcium carbonate. This is what's going to give the opaque gouache look. You'll also need a palette knife and mealer to mix and disperse the pigment in the binder. Depending on how opaque you want your gouache, you can adjust the amount of calcium carbonate. For a more semi-opaque gouache, use 1 part calcium carbonate to 5 part pigment. If you want a super opaque watercolor, use 1 part calcium carbonate to 2 part pigment. You can even use 1 to 1, but 1 to 2 is what I'm using today. Once these are mixed, add your binder. I usually do 1 part gum arabic to 3 part pigments, but once again, you might need to do a little bit of adjusting. The consistency I'm trying to aim for is a thick, creamy paste. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of gum arabic to each of the ratios. Once properly mixed, mull your pigment and do a test swatch to see if you like the consistency. Just to err on the side of caution, always start with less gum arabic. If you add too much, then you'll have to mess with the pigment to calcium carbonate ratio again, which might be a little bit of trouble. So, the 1 to 5 ratio mixture is pretty opaque. You can see that it's still a bit translucent. This one is more similar to a traditional watercolor with the added bonus of being more pigmented. Now, the 1 to 2 ratio of chalk to pigment is visibly more opaque. I think you can tell it's also slightly lighter in color. I just showed these 2 ratios as an example, but really the sky's the limit. You can test out any ratio you like. Now, using pigments requires a little bit more work, but you end up with a lot of paint and you have more control over the type of paint you are making.